Hey everyone, welcome back to an episode of Mudrunner, but this is going to be a little different. This isn't actually an episode where I'm going to be doing any jobs or anything like that. We're going to be going over the new update, some of the changes in the game, and kind of what I think about what they did. So the first thing I'm going to check out is in the settings. So the huge one is that now you can change from basically the metric system to the imperial system. The only thing is, when you put it to gallons, it seems like you have a lot less gas, just because that's the way it is. So, like, for instance, in liters... oh, wait a minute. I should probably put the HUD back on. So we have 200 liters of fuel. Now, if I go back in and change that to gallons... we only have 52. So, I know it works out as the same, but for some reason, I just prefer seeing a higher number there. So, I'll leave it there. Now, audio, nothing's changed. HUD's nothing changed. Controls, we have a couple different things. Like we can, I believe, invert the Y-axis now. I think that was different. Maybe not. But I think so. I think that is different. And also, we have steering wheel settings. Now, oddly enough, the steering wheel support wasn't in this update, but yet they added the options for the steering wheel settings. And as you can see, we have wheel sensitivity, force feedback, tilt gain, which is level of feedback from rocking. Friction base level. So, I mean, this is already looking like it's a step up from Mudrunner, because Mudrunner, we didn't have these options on console anyway. But I did hook up my steering wheel to it just for the hell of it to see if it worked, and it definitely did not work. So, getting out of there, this is another big thing, guys. You can see that the mirrors now work. They're not blurred out, and they did a really nice job. I mean, I've seen other games. I have, like, even like Bus Simulator, the mirrors don't look that good. And if we move the truck, you can see it's so smooth. There's, like, no lag at all. Which, even on Bus Simulator, the mirrors tend to lag. So, now what I want to talk about is probably the biggest change to the game. What they did was, they changed the way the trucks steer, and basically all the vehicles now have power steering. Is it a bad thing? I personally don't think so. So what we're going to do is I'll show you when you turn the wheel, and when I let go of the analog stick, it snaps back to center quicker. Now, I've been seeing a lot of guys complaining about this and saying that they broke the game and the game's unplayable because of the steering. And honestly, I really don't see how the game's unplayable. Yes, to me now it plays like pretty much every other driving game. All I think they really did was just make the steering easier. And honestly, I don't hate it. And I'll give you a good example of why I don't hate it. If this game is going to use steering wheel support, the way the steering was prior to this update, how you had to fight the wheel, I don't want to be doing that with my steering wheel. That is not going to be fun at all. Not for me personally. Maybe other people would enjoy that kind of gameplay, but I'm not one of them. And I'm actually enjoying the new steering myself. I don't have any issues with it at all. And what I think is a little funny is that when the game was first released, a lot of people complained about the steering. And now all of a sudden, they changed it to make it a little easier, and now people are complaining about that. So, it's one of those things that it's a lose-lose situation with gamers. you know, most gamers are pretty cool, but you know, the online gaming community, it's just one of those things that, you know, I really feel that gamers are just not happy unless they're not happy. That kind of thing, if that makes any sense at all. Now, one other thing I will say is that the graphics took a hit, and some people can say no, but the devs even know about this. They've people have messaged them, and they've messaged back saying that they realize that the graphics have taken a hit. I mean, like, if we look right now, the trees in the background, they look kind of blurry and not rendered correctly. Now, prior to this update, everything looks so high def. Like, if you look at the shrubs that are just in front of that house right there, and I'll zoom in on it if you don't know what I'm talking about, those don't look that good. They don't look like they're fully rendered in. Now, compared to prior to this update, those would have looked very detailed. And also, to me, the vehicles... let's see if I can do it. Let me, real quick, let me change time. When you zoom in... Oh, I don't know, it's not doing it too bad today. Yesterday I played, though, when I zoomed in on certain vehicles, they looked a little pixelated, but this one actually isn't doing it, so that doesn't look too bad. But yeah, like, the render seems to be... I don't know. Like, if you look at the trees in the distance, they don't look that good. Like, see, when you get up close, they got a lot of detail. But from a distance, they look almost like a oil painting or watercolor or something. I don't know. But they do know about it, and they're going to fix it. Now, a couple other things that I'm going to point out. For those of you that have been on Island Lake, you'll know that when you drive in the water, your steering just dies. You cannot steer in the water. Well, they fixed that, because I was on Island Lake, and I'm going to be posting a video. That should be the next video. And, yeah, they fixed that. So now Island Lake is very doable, which I'm happy, because I really want to get the Michigan map done. And they did add the new map to Tamir. I forgot what it was called. We'll take a look, because I'm not really doing anything important. I'm just kind of driving around as I talk here. Tamir, what is it? The Rift map, yes. So the problem is you have to get there from the quarry, and I just unlocked the quarry yesterday. I haven't even been to the quarry map yet myself, so of course I haven't been to the Rift map. Now, another strange thing is, the Rift map was supposed to be included in the update for Phase 1 of the Season Pass. The Rift was supposed to be the free content, and we were supposed to get a couple other things free, and then the Season Pass holders would get another new map and more free things. And they didn't release any of the Season Pass content as of yet. So I don't know what's going on with that, and I haven't seen anything where the developers have said anything about the Phase 1 content. So, I don't know. Like, again, for me, it's not that big of a deal, because I still have a ton to do. You know, Tamir, I have no other maps unlocked. I haven't been to. Alaska, that's still untouched. Basically, I'm kind of focusing on Michigan, the main jobs and stuff like that for right now. And I really want to get this done, and then I'll probably really hit Russia hard. And this, I can't wait till I get to 4x4 in this truck. So we're just going to recover this anyway, because... There we go. And where is the 4x4 for this truck located anyway? Alaska. Oh, jeez. Okay, so it's going to be a while before I do anything with this one. But, yeah, guys, overall, my opinion on the update is I like it. I think they did good. It seems like they fixed a lot of the issues that I was having with the game. Island Lake is now playable. The mirrors work. The lights still don't work, and they know about it. And they said that for some reason, when they test it on their test whatever, it works. But for some reason, the live version of it, the lights aren't still working. So they're still looking into it. They're still working on that. And you know, it's not a huge developer. You know, it's not a big team. And with the COVID-19 and all that going on, it's just going to take time. But from what I've seen so far, I do feel that the devs this time are taking things more seriously than they did with MudRunner, and they're not just not doing things. You know, like in MudRunner, they always said that with the wheel support, they were going to have the force feedback support for the consoles, and they never did. It never happened. Now with this game, at least that you can see that they have the force feedback, you know, in the menu settings. So to me, that's a huge sign of saying that they really are trying to do what they said they're going to do. And another thing is, I've seen some people saying things like they released the game 6 months early. I didn't hear that. Like, they released the game when they released the game. I know a lot of people were trying to get them to release the game early because of the quarantine. But as far as I know, they didn't release this game early. This is not an early release of the game. They released it when they released it. And the sad fact of the matter is, bugs and glitches in games is just today's norm. Okay? And you can complain and you can bitch about it all you want, but unfortunately, it's not going to change. It's not going to change. So we can go back to like pre-DLC, pre-internet days where if a game came out broke, it just stayed broke and you were stuck with it. Or we can just accept the fact that this is the new normal in gaming and just let the devs fix the game, basically. You know, and I mean, it's not like it's just this game. And it's not like it's just small devs. I mean, you have big AAA companies that put out games that are broke. You know, I mean, Grand Theft Auto, when that game first came out, the online wasn't good. I mean, look at Red Dead Redemption. Their online still isn't perfect. You know, and they're like they're a big AAA, you know, team. I mean, they have tons of money, and they don't fix their game. And I really feel that the smaller developers do work harder to do it, but it takes a little more time. So I'm going to be patient. I'm still having a lot of fun with the game. I know that there is a lot of content to come with seeing the future plans for the season pass holders and the free content that they have set out. So I was skeptical in the beginning because I played MudRunner, but I'm starting to gain a little more faith in these developers. So that's really all I have to say about it. Yeah, I dig the update. I like the steering, and I can't wait to see what's going to come next. So I hope you guys are enjoying the game. I hope you guys, you know, enjoy the update. If you didn't, you know, I'm sorry. It sucks that they changed things that you may have liked about the game, but you know, I guess that I don't know. I have to believe that they changed the steering because enough people were complaining about it that they weren't happy with it, so they changed it. It just doesn't seem to me that they would change something like that in the game if they didn't have a vast majority of people saying, you know what, this I don't like this. I'm not happy with this. And like I say, it's a little bit. I mean, you kind of have to get used to it because you were used to playing it the way it was when it first came out. But like now, it just feels kind of like any other driving game in a sense. But I don't know. I still have fun with it, and I still think it comes across and does what it's supposed to do. So that being said, guys, I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please hit subscribe. Yeah, my neighbor is taking off on his Harley again. And we'll see you next time, guys.